Thank you, Mr. Locke, and welcome everybody to our graduation. Before I begin, I want to give a personal congratulations to both Gotham and Derby. Over the last 3 years, I've had a pleasure of being their fellow classmate, and I can honestly tell you that because of their hard work and dedication, no one deserves it more than they do. Some people say we were born in health services. Others say we have IMG in our blood. From middle school to 12th grade, and from 13 to 19, or from 3rd grade to senior year, and from 8 to 18, we have all learned to make IMG our home. The rules might be strict, the schedule might be rough, and a seemingly endless campus can begin to feel confined by year's end. But no matter those excuses, and despite everything we try and convince ourselves of, deep down we all wish we were coming back to use the new facilities, we all wish we were getting one more year with our friends, and we all love this place. We love this place not for what it is, but for what it makes us. Yes, it makes us students, tortured, taught by great teachers like Mr. Russo. And it also makes us athletes. But most of all, it makes us human. We're taught to say hello, and some bad words too, in what seems like 1,000 languages. We learn to accept and respect, but the biggest thing we learn is that no matter your background, your race, or your religion, we are all equal. We're all on a mission, and we're all craving success.
First day at IMG can be a challenge. You have your ID around your neck, you're dehydrated and sunburned. You basically look like a camper all the time. You're late for everything, and the day never seems to come to an end. Next thing you know is the morning, and you can't walk because your muscles never been that sore before. You forget to bring the notebook the teacher asked you, and practice is even harder than the day before. You start to ask yourself, why in the world am I here? Then you start to hang out with different people until eventually you find the right friends. Things start to smooth out, and you finally take that ID off your neck. You think now you own the place. You become very excited about the mall to the trip on Friday, until you show up to find out there are no more spots left since people were in line an hour before. Then you realize you need to find a way to survive. You need to get on that tram right before practice, to get food before school is out, and to set your alarm 10 minutes before so you stop being late for that first period. Finally, you tell yourself, I can do this.
Now, from our time here, there's been a lot of change. From D-dorm to Ascender Hall, from those awful exams after break to actually getting a proper Christmas, and from food into great meals every day. Year after year, IMG continues to grow and get better, to where we now ask ourselves, what could they possibly do next? Through these changes, we've changed quite a bit too. We went from having bike races back home after school, remember that, Danielle? To now riding around campus in golf carts. It seems like yesterday that everything was on the other side of campus, and we felt like we were cool kids because we could sign out to Winn-Dixie by ourselves. We had Mr. Van teaching us scuba diving in the pool, and Mr. Patteray turning the classroom into Disneyland on every test day. What else do you need when you're 14? Well, in fact, there's many things we wish we knew back then. We've learned many lessons along the way. Leaving home every year was a challenge, acknowledging missing times with your family, your friends, and worst of all, not being able to eat at your favorite restaurant every weekend. But we kept going with a burning fire within us to reach our goals. It didn't get easier over time, we just got better at it. And when we had our doubts, when we wanted to go back, thank God we'd already built a family here.
From Mexico, Colombia, and 75 other countries around the world to Bradenton, Florida, we all took a chance. Now looking back, we can see the reason we took those chances. We can see all the hard work and sweat we put in paid off. We not only grew as student athletes, we grew as people. We learned to accept not everything will be perfect, as that is the game of life. But if we kept working towards our goal, there is absolutely nothing that could stop us from being successful. We can look back at the people we were and be proud of who we became. We met friends from all over the world who were going through the same emotions and doubts, and this created a bond that can never be broken. We trained, studied, laughed, cried, and pushed through together as one, as ascenders. We have truly experienced the greatest hellos and the hardest goodbyes. And we know that once we leave here, not having to sneak out in the trunks of cars or jumping some wall, the friendships we created will still be there. The alumni base of IMG is unique to the whole world because, as they say, it takes one to know one, and all the memories we have created cannot be taken away from us. So whatever it is, a year or 20 from this June 2nd, I encourage all of us to keep in touch with one another so that we may always remember the people that made this place special. We have fabulous coaches and teachers whose famous praises pushed us every day. Have a great time, Miss Levy will say every time you went to the bathroom. Caca, Mr. Parigo will say as he ripped your essay in half. And finally, as soon as Justin said, get your mind right, that was the second your heart will stop beating because you knew a very hard fitness session was ahead of you.
All these quotes, whether funny or harsh, were a constant reminder that we could always do better. We'd like to take a moment to thank every teacher and coach for having played a key role in our lives and helping us learn incredible lessons along the way. You all truly make our experience here 1,000 times better. Now, we're going to go off script for just a second and thank personally some people that we wouldn't be graduating without. Mr. Russo, Mr. Potiger, Monsieur Leclanche, Sabra Pacheco, Chris Locke, Mr. Dillon, Melanie Cabasol, and Scott Becker.
BJ Potter, Wei-Lu Chang, Bo Jones, Amar Bora, Cooney Dorn. You all push us personally to be better day in and day out, but you also reminded us to just keep smiling, so thank you.
Now, most importantly, it is time to say our most special thanks. None of us would be here without the people that raised us and gave us the opportunity to come to this great place. They sacrificed more than we can ever imagine to enable us the opportunity to chase our dreams, and we cannot thank them enough. Papá y mamá, gracias por todo, los amo.
My mom and dad have given me this opportunity to grow and reach my dreams, and for that, I will always be thankful. Mamá, papá, los amo mucho. Coaches, academic mentors, and friends, thank you for all the lessons you taught me and for leading me through this path of success. Thank you for always believing in me and for pushing me to become the best version I can be. I will miss each and every one of you, and you will forever be in my heart.
Now, if you've been with us since 9th grade, please stand up. You guys, more than anyone else, know exactly what we were talking about. Thank you for growing up by our side and becoming our second family. Class of 2017, please stand up and help us thank all our family members, aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, and most of all of our parents, because without them, we wouldn't be here today. Okay.
This is not a goodbye, it's a see you later. Today, we are leaders, ready to overcome bigger challenges in the future. Keep learning, failing, but always coming back stronger.
Thank you.